So good morning to all of you. Today our lecture is on post-fertilization events. In our previous lecture we have discussed about the fertilization, and during fertilization we came to know that how male sperm and female egg they get fused. Okay, and during this what happens means post-fertilization means what happens after the formation of zygote. Okay, because during fertilization male and female gametes they get fused to form zygote, and that zygote actually starts its journey towards uterus. So this uh, comes during post fertilization events. So what happens during post fertilization events? In this diagram I have shown all the events which take place in the fallopian tube, okay, after zygotic formation. So during menstrual cycle what happens when ovulatory phase comes at the 14th day of menstrual cycle? During ovulatory phase ovulation occurs and release of secondary oocyte from ovary. So this is ovary, and during ovulatory phase during in the menstrual cycle secondary oocyte is released. This secondary oocyte is released from ovary and is transferred to the fallopian tube. Here you can see secondary oocyte now has uh, reached inside the fallopian tube. After some time during copulation, sperms enter inside the female reproductive tract, and after some time they approach in the fallopian tube. So this secondary oocyte becomes an egg after the entry of sperms, or when the sperms enter inside the fallopian tube and almost approaches the secondary oocyte, meiosis II triggers and secondary oocyte becomes an egg. So here you can see the fusion is taking place, female egg and sperms, and after fusion the formation of diploid zygote is here. And in the previous lecture we have also discussed about the copulation path. Copulation path is a path which is followed by sperm to enter inside female oocyte or egg. So that path actually decides the axis of the division of zygote. So how zygote is cleaved, that depends on the copulation path of sperm. So this zygote now would undergo mitotic divisions, and this zygote, this cell now becomes or divides into two cells known as two blastomeres, or this is two-celled stage. This two-celled stage then changes into three-celled stage. Actually during this three-celled stage the division of cytoplasm is not equal. When this zygote becomes two-celled stage, the division of cytoplasm is not equal. So that's why the division actually, one part is large and one part is small. Okay, so this is three-celled stage. This three-celled stage then becomes four-celled stage, and after some time, or you can say around 65 to 72 hours after fertilization, okay, when fertilization occurs. So after fertilization, when zygote is formed, so after fertilization or 65 to 72 hours or 3 days, this zygote is changed into 16 to 32 celled stage, which is known as morula. Morula stage is formed after 16 to 30 after third day of after the fertilization. Okay, so this morula stage now is a 16 or 32 cell stage which forms after the fertilization, okay, third day of the fertilization. Then this blastula changes into, sorry, then this morula changes into blastula stage, and that blastula stage, or this blastula gets implanted in the endometrium layer of uterus, and then implantation takes place. So how these various events, when we actually observe these events from a after just fusion, this fusion, formation of zygote, 2 blastomere, 3 cell stage, 4 cell stage, and this morula stage, 16 to 32 cell stage, then from this morula, this blastula stage. So how all of these developments take place? Here you can see cleavage of zygote, means the division in zygote, and as I told you, this depends on the copulation path of sperm. So first of all, it is a formation of morula. How this 16 to 32 cell stage morula is formed from a zygote, okay, and it takes 3 days to form a morula stage. So this is A, B, this zygote, this A, B, C, D, E, so on. And this is actually, I have shown all of these parts, all of these stages over here. So this is first A stage, this formation of zygote. Here you can see, this is the zygote, diploid zygote, and it is covered by all 3 membranes of female egg: vitelline membrane, zona pellucida, and corona radiata. Okay, so all 3 layers are present even after the formation of zygote. Then this zygote cell actually would undergo mitotic division, or you can say the cytoplasmic division. Here you can see this one-celled zygotic stage now has become two blastomere or 2-celled stage. This corona radiata, zona pellucida, and vitelline membrane, all of these 3 membranes are present. So what happens during this actually your first division, when it becomes 2-celled stage or 2 blastomeres formed? There is a, you can see over here, this is a larger part, this is a smaller part. What is the reason? Because unequal cytoplasmic division takes place. That's why there is no evenly distribution of cytoplasmic content. These are 2 blastomeres having unequal cytoplasmic divisions. This division is also known as indeterminate division. It is very important. This division is also known as indeterminate division. That means fate of cell is not decided yet. Okay, so fate of cell is not decided. That's why indeterminate division. It is also known as holoblastic division. Holoblastic means all of the cytoplasm is taking place in the division process. So holoblastic division, complete cytoplasmic division takes place during the formation of 2-celled stage. And then the plane of division is always right from animal pole to vegetal pole. Here you can see, here is animal pole and here is vegetal pole. So this division begins from animal pole to vegetal pole. This is 2-celled stage. Then this 2-celled stage changes into 3-celled stage. Here you can see, and again vitelline membrane, zona pellucida, and corona radiata. All of these 3 layers are present. Then this 3-celled stage changes into 4-celled stage. Again, all of these 3 layers are present. And here you can see, when 2-celled stage becomes 3-celled stage, the division, actually the first division takes place in the larger part of the cell. Here you can see, सबसे पहले इस larger part में division हुई और ये 2 cells बने यहाँ पे. उसके बाद इस smaller part में division हुई, 2 cell यहाँ बन गए. So 2-cell stage to 3-cell stage to 4-cell stage. Then this 4-cell stage after some time becomes 16 to 32 cell stage, which is known as morula stage. Here you can see this is a morula stage. And one important thing, during the formation of morula stage, as I have told you, all three layers were present over here, here and here. During this morula formation, or once morula is formed, only vitelline membrane and zona pellucida are present. There is no corona radiata. So corona radiata is lost during the morula formation and only vitelline and zona pellucida layers are present. This is morula, 16 to 32 cells. Here you can see these outline of cells are known as micromere, and these bigger inner cells are known as macromere. Okay. And then after the morula stage, here you can see this is morula stage. This morula stage, after morula is formed, it starts enlarging, or you can say size increases of this morula. And when size increases, it starts becoming, it starts becoming a blastula, or blastula stage, or it would enter into blastula stage. So morula starts enlarging, but zona pellucida is still there. ठीक है, अभी भी zona pellucida यहाँ पे है. यहाँ पे कौन सी लेयर खत्म हुई है अभी? Corona radiata. So here you can see from morula, this is blastula stage, because after it starts enlarging, this morula starts reaching up to endometrium layer, which has thickened. Okay, and this endometrium layer now has become glandular in order to facilitate implantation and provide nutrition to the implanted embryo. So this is blastula stage. Here this is blastula stage, which is implanted in the uterus. Okay, right through endometrium layer. So this is blastula stage. This blastula stage, you can see these are the flat cells, outline cells. This outline is made of flat cells, and these flat cells are known as trophoblast. These flat cells are known as trophoblasts, and inside these cells, this whole of this cavity, this upper end or this embryonal end is actually filled up with a cluster of cells. This cluster of cells is known as embryonal knob, and rest of the cavity is empty, known as blastocele cavity. So, as I told you, these flat cells are known as trophoblasts, and the trophoblast flat cells which are in contact with the cluster of cells known as embryonal knob, these trophoblast cells which are in contact with embryonal knob or this cluster of cells, they are known as robber cells. Robber cells, actually robber cells भी trophoblast ही हैं, ये फ्लैट सेल्स ही हैं, लेकिन ये वो सेल्स हैं, हमने इनको अलग से नाम दे दिया. ये वो ट्रोफोब्लास्ट सेल्स हैं जो कि कांटेक्ट में है इन क्लस्टर ऑफ सेल्स से, इन एम्ब्रियोनल नोब के जो कांटेक्ट में है, हमने उनको बोल दिया रोबर सेल्स. ओके, सो ड्यूरिंग द ब्लास्टुला फॉर्मेशन और इन द ब्लास्टुला स्टेज देयर इज नो जोना पेलुसिडा. तो यहाँ पे ये जोना पेलुसिडा भी लॉस हो गई. तो देयर इज नो जोना पेलुसिडा ड्यूरिंग दिस ब्लास्टुला फॉर्मेशन. ओके, and once this actually at this embryonal knob, here you can see this cluster of cells which is known as embryonal knob. Actually this produces 3 germ layers to form all the organs of embryo. 3 germ layers. These 3 germ layers are formed by this cluster of cells known as the embryonal knob. Ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. And then this endometrium layer, once it receives morula, then morula becomes blastula. This endometrium layer starts loosening and secretes nutritive material to facilitate attachment and embryonic development, or it becomes glandular in nature. That's why it secretes some nutrition to facilitate implantation and to provide nutrition to the growing embryo. And this blastula now has implanted in uterine wall or inside the uterus. So this leads to the implantation. So what happens exactly during implantation we would discuss in the next lecture. Okay, so in this lecture we just have shown you the different stages after the formation of zygote. Zygote becomes 2-celled, 3-celled, 4-celled and 16 to 32 celled morula stage. This morula stage then changes into blastula. Okay, and this blastula has these outline of flat cells known as trophoblasts, and there are some trophoblast cells which are in contact with this cluster of cells known as embryonal knob. They are termed as robust cells. There is no zona pellucida, there is no corona radiata, and there is no, okay, so all of these layers are totally lost. And this embryonal knob later is responsible for the formation of 3 germ layer or 3 germinal layers, which are responsible for the formation of or development of all the organs inside the embryo. Okay, so now it's all about the post-fertilization events. The cleavage of zygote has been taken place. Now in the next lecture we will discuss about implantation. Thank you.